I grew up in a place, in a house, where things were everything. Okay, so I grew up, and probably partly my personality, I grew up with the expectation that I was going to have lots of stuff. And so, you know, I've been a believer for around about 11 years, and that 11 years has been a process of less of me and more of Christ. A key for me was changing my paradigm from money as something that will get me something to money is a blessing to me, and I need to be a blessing to others because he was first a blessing to me, right? So it was a paradigm shift, right, where I thought it was, how do I get my next car? How do I get the next house? How do I get the other toys? How do I remodel this or whatever that? It was a paradigm shift from that space to, wait, God has given me the ultimate blessing in Christ, and therefore we need to bless his people through the gifts he's given us. So it wasn't hard. And in fact, the neat thing now is, you know, my wife and I will get a bonus or come across some extra money, or maybe even not have money that we're planning on giving, and a need will come across, and we'll give with joy. Literally just give with joy. So it's fun to sit down and take a bonus and say, hey, where do you want to give? And talk about different ministries or different people, different issues, different whatever the case is, and say, where should we put this? Money and my attitudes about money and my attitudes about generosity in God's name start with God, start with my faith in God. So to me, it's a reflection of my growing faith in Christ. My boss, the owner of the company I work for, drives my dream car. Darn him. And I park next to it every day, and I want that car. Friends of ours, my dad lives on the water. Friends of ours live with the view. Pick your thing, right? Our kitchen cabinets are 20 years old, right? Our downstairs bathroom needs to be remodeled. Pick the thing that you want more of, and there will always be more of it to have. So thankfully, I guess, I have some examples in my life of people that have lots of stuff, but are very poor. They have more financial wherewithal than I can imagine have today, but they're poor. Their things literally consume them. And so that's what I try to remember, is the car is not going to make me any happier. It'll be great and cool for a week, and then it's just a car. And I see how stuff consumes people. And now again, I struggle with it every day, right? But it's this tension of remembering that stuff is not it. Stuff is not the blessing. I think none of us ever have as much money as we want to have. And when we talk budget, giving is never, ever on the table, period. It will be the last thing to go. I can honestly use the word, I think it would be foolish to turn my back on God and say, hey, for all the abundance and all the good times, thank you so much, but in these hard times, I trust this money more than I trust what you're going to do in my life, so therefore I'm going to hold it back. It's foolish.